Hello, my name is Ugochukwu Ome Ogo. Welcome to my wealthinaire nuggets. Today, I'm about to address one of the most confusing but yet very clear concept that has to do with your ability to get things done. You see, until what you know becomes what you do, you don't know anything. The proof of learning is an improved behavior. In other words, it's not enough to talk about all of this subject. People tell me so many things they have learned, but I don't see the evidence in their personal life. I don't see it in their business in terms of increased sales, increased customer base, increased finances in terms of more money coming into their lives, or even in relationships, or whatever you think you're concerned about getting the result. In other words, result is the evidence of knowledge. The only proof that tells you that knowledge is actually imminent in your life is the increase in the outcomes you already have. Okay? So the concept is competence and skill. People think it's the same thing. It's not. I see people say, well, I'm very competent at what I do. And somebody says, I'm very skillful in what I do. And ask, is there a difference? Yes, absolutely. There are differences in what is constituting a competence and what constitutes skill. But both of them are under the umbrella of craftsmanship. A craftsman is someone who basically has mastery in getting things done. Remember again, he has mastery in getting things done. It has more to do with dexterity, your ability to put things together. That's what craftsman is. But if you take it down a little bit, you can see someone that is a craftsman may be skillful, but he's not competent. Yeah, looks like it's confusing, but it's not. A skillful person is someone that knows how to put things together. Competence means you understand the principle of something, of a subject. You also have the applicable knowledge, which means you don't just understand how something works. You know how to make something work. You understand how a car is built. You can explain how a car is built. You can also actually build the car. That's what competence is. So competence is a combination of the theories and the practice. So when you say somebody is competent, it means he understands the body of knowledge. He can explain to you how a car functions on theory. He can explain, go to the board, write the things down. The car is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. And this is how a car drives. And then he can actually go, fix a car, put those things together, couple up a car, and then drive the car. So that part of getting things done is called skill. So, which means someone can be skillful without being competent. There are so many people who can put together a car in terms of when your car is bad, they can put the tires where the tires are, they can put the steering put where the steering is. They understand where to put those things, but they cannot explain the theory. They cannot explain the principles. They cannot explain the laws or the forces in place. And that's why as well, when you go to mechanics who don't have the understanding of how a car works, they tend to make it worse than it were when they brought the car in. So, competence has two parts. The theory, which is the body of knowledge that constitutes that subject. For example, how the human body functions. You can have a medical doctor who has gone through school for 6 years, but he has never operated on any human person. That particular doctor is not competent yet, in as much as he has the knowledge of how the body functions. At the best, what you could call him at that time is a theorist. He understands the central nervous system, the brain, the organs, the full body system. He understands. He can write the exam and get first class. But because he has never operated or worked on the human body, and that's the singular reason why most medical doctors after school, passing all the exams, they still go to craftsmanship, where they are now going to work with a doctor in the real hospital to observe the practice of those principles so that they can now become skillful in the theory that they have, therefore becoming competent. But if someone has not understood the knowledge of the human body, and by guesswork, for some reason he guesses, he tries this, he works, and he doesn't know what forces, what laws, what chemical reactions, or what electrical impulses that are going on in the human body to document it, and he just does the guesswork. He puts A, 1 and 2, something comes out. He doesn't know what circumstances led to it. He has no understanding of the theories or the forces, all those environmental factors that constitute an outcome. If he doesn't have an understanding of how those things work, he's at best a skillful person. But when circumstances change, because he doesn't understand those elements, it's difficult for him to control the outcome. So somebody can be skillful, which means he gets things done, but not competent, because he doesn't understand the theories and the laws that power what he does. Okay, so 90% of the time I see people who get result in businesses and then something happens, they fail, and they cannot repeat the result again. Why? The laws that they obey for which the result came, they have no understanding of what those laws are. So if you don't understand the laws of something and somehow you get result, it's possible you actually got the result because certain laws were in place and you obeyed it. But because you don't know what those laws are and how it came about, it's difficult to repeat the results next time. In other words, the essence of competence is to continuously get results because you understand the laws, you understand the practice. Any result you cannot repeat, you borrow the first one. What does that mean? It means that the only proof of competence is continuous outcome, and it's better than the last one.